Hey guys, today I have an epic video just in time for Christmas dinner. I have dining ware from Adolf Hitler himself. Yes, come take a look. We're going to go through this dining ware. I can even price it because it's not a gun. And it's really a rare opportunity to own some personal items that were part of the collection from Adolf Hitler. Okay, these are the items that came from the Adolf Hitler collection. I hesitate to say these belong to Adolf Hitler because they probably didn't. He probably never touched any of these. I know of 3 locations where GIs brought back Hitler items. First of all, Berlin, the dining halls when they would put on a state dinner. This would be some of the silverware they would use. You can see the AH. And these are marked this way. I have done research on them. You can see the 800. I did research on these, so I know that they're real. I know where they came from. I had one capture paper where a GI, I believe he was in the 101st Airborne, and he had a capture paper where he had 100 plus pieces of silver, 100 plus glasses and dishes. So they were literally bringing home trunks and duffel bags full of Adolf Hitler items. I also mentioned Berlin would be one place, but also there was a party dining area in Munich. Hitler had an apartment with Eva Braun in Munich and spent some time there, party dinners. I'm not sure about Nuremberg, but that would be another place where they might have had party dinners. That's where they had all the big parades. I'm just showing you the different silverware. And then finally, Berchtesgaden, and that was the 101st Airborne, the guy that brought back hundreds of pieces of silverware, and I had glasses and wine glasses, champagne glasses. They all came from Berchtesgaden, and there were literally hundreds. So probably Adolf Hitler never touched these. He probably technically didn't own them. They were owned by the state, but they all have this AH, the same eagle with AH. And this is a gravy boat, a little bit different because it's tarnished silver. Could clean it up a little bit, but you can see the AH here. Gravy boat. This has got to be macaroni and cheese, my favorite. This would be, there's the back, how it's marked. And I know that's a German maker. These plates, we see a salad plate, same maker. And then this is just a typical food dish. They seem a little smaller. I think Americans eat way too much because we would have a much bigger plate filled, and you have to have sideboards to keep all the food in. But they ate less, and I can tell they ate less. This I don't know what you would do with this. It's got to be a tiny teaspoon, and then this would be a sugar spoon. So a little bit of everything, including the butter knife. We have another gravy boat. This is a porcelain gravy boat, kind of like this one. And there is the maker. And then we come down to a very shallow soup bowl. So when I go to a fancy restaurant, they give me these shallow soup bowls. This is from the personal property of Adolf Hitler. So as you look at this, you ask yourself, who would collect something like this? What distorted person would want these? Well, historians. In this case, this was a Jewish collector, and when I asked him why does he collect Nazi memorabilia, he said, well, it's the ultimate, I'll put it nicely, it's maybe a thumb in the eye, we'll call it. It's basically the finger to Adolf Hitler because when we conquered you, we took your stuff. They did the same thing in Saddam Hussein's palaces, by the way. They ransacked and took things home. People collect it, and in this case, it's people who want to say, we conquered your ideology, your nation, you no longer exist, and now I have your stuff. So that is one reason that people might collect. Is it looting? That's another question that comes up. Not only who would collect this, but isn't this stolen goods? Technically, yes. I have done videos before where I talk about guns that were brought home. These were guns owned by the state, not personal property from other people. I don't believe that going into people's homes and taking things is anything but looting and should not have been tolerated. However, if there was going to be an insurgency, if Nazism was going to rise again, the one thing we wanted to do is take all the weapons, and we brought them back as souvenirs. I think that's state property, and part of any army conquering another army, they always took their weapons. Now, in terms of this is borderline because this was property of the state. It wasn't in people's homes, but on the other hand, it really, it wasn't going to be a part of any kind of insurrection. It probably would have just been broken and thrown away. I don't know if they had permission or not. I don't know that that matters, but taking these kinds of items only had one goal, and that was I'm taking them home as a souvenir, and they're going to be worth a lot of money, particularly silverware. Any kind of silver or gold the GIs would pick up. And again, it's borderline. If it came from an individual's home, I'd consider it looting. If it came from a state dinner or a reception hall, I could see that as taking property from the state, which the ranking officers could probably give permission to do that. You can feel free to comment. I really don't want to turn it into a debate because you know what? At this point, it doesn't matter. They brought it back. Here it is. Now it's available to collectors. And by the way, if you say send it back to Germany, they don't want it. Flat out, no, they don't want it back, but collectors will buy and sell these. What are they worth? I did look up pricing, and a lot of these were like $1,000 to $1,200. I'm thinking each one of these I'm going to be at around $900. I think this set would be $1,000. I think this silver bowl is going to be about $1,500. I think we're talking about $1,000, $1,000, $800, $1,000. And $1,200. Now, the most inexpensive would be this linen napkin. It's nice linen, but $100. So hopefully, some of you will be able to pick some of these collector items, and then somebody can ask you, why would you want to collect this crap? Good luck with that. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel because I think there's a lot of interesting things, including Adolf Hitler's dining ware.